Welcome back. Welcome back. How's everybody doing? Great. How's everybody doing with this class so far? Yeah, so some of you are wrestling with a few things. Well, we fully expect for you to be wrestling with a few things during this class. And if what's coming up for you, you want to notice what's coming up for you if that's not working for you in your life. So, and you'll come up with a solution. You'll come up with a solution. So in this next exercise, we have a huge opportunity, and that opportunity is going to be talking about solution. How many of you would like to do something different than a self-destructive program? How many of you would like to talk about something different than a self-destructive program? Great. Let's talk about something different. Let's have a little bit of fun. Let's have a little bit of fun. What if I told you I had a formula for success? What if I told you I had a formula that created success, guaranteed success every time you use it? I'm not kidding. What if I told you I had a formula that guaranteed success every time you use it? Every time you use it. And for people who you've known or you've ever heard of throughout history who's created success have used this formula. They could be in the financial industry, they could be in the philanthropic business, they could be in health solutions, they could be using it in relationships. But every time they apply this formula, they get committed to this formula, they create success. They create results. Would you like to hear a couple examples about creating success and results that I believe people who have created those results? Would you like to hear some examples of who I believe who use this formula to create results? Great. How many of you have heard of a guy named Bill Gates? Have you heard of Bill Gates? Yeah. And would you say Bill Gates has been pretty successful? Yeah, I mean, he's created a lot of wealth. He does a lot of great things. He gives a lot of money away. I mean, Bill Gates is a philanthropic guy. He's very wealthy. And he's an educated guy. Where did he create that wealth from? See, I'm going to suggest that early on, he didn't have a lot of influence. And there weren't a lot of people who were believing in him and in his dreams. That's what I think. Would that be true? Yeah. And he didn't know how to create this wealth. He didn't know. So he got committed. He put a formula in play. He got committed to that formula, and he created. He created wealth and influence out there. Some of the most wealth the world's ever seen. Let me give you another example. How many of you know Oprah Winfrey? What is she known for? Yeah, she's a wealthy woman, yes. She's on television. She was a journalist on television, and she created lots of great things. Lots of money. Would you say Oprah's done a lot of great things for our planet? Yeah, she's done a lot of great things for our planet. Has given a lot of things away in huge ways. Out there. In huge ways. Did she know how she could create it? What I mean by that is, when she first started, did you know there was a lot of people who told her she couldn't be on television? Go after her dream. I mean, there are people in her industry that told Oprah that she would never be on television because of her race, her weight, and her gender. She would never be on TV. Ever. Well, has Oprah ever been on TV? Yes, she owns a whole network. She owns an entire network. So I'm going to say in the early days, she didn't have a lot of influence. She didn't maybe even know what she was creating. But she got committed to a formula. She put that formula in play, and look what she was able to create. Now, there's been a lot of great people in history who've created a lot of other things. I mean, we could talk about Abraham Lincoln. He's used a formula. Our forefathers, we could talk about that. They use a formula. Thomas Edison, all the great inventors who had no clue where to start with what they were going to create. They had no clue. But they are committed to a formula And I put that formula into play, and look what they created. Would you say Oprah's been pretty successful? Yeah. Would you say Bill Gates has been pretty successful? Yeah. So would you like to see what this formula is? All right, everybody, give me a drum roll. Woo. Intention plus mechanism equals result. Now, I can see some of you aren't very impressed by this. I'm going to encourage you to write it down anyway. So, what's your intention and how do you know you have one? Yeah. So, I'm going to suggest that it's more than just a dream. I'm going to suggest that it's more than a goal. I'm going to suggest that it's more than a hope. How I define intention is your deepest committed, your deep-seated, passionate commitment to something. Your deep-seated, passionate commitment to something. See, it's not a hope, it's not a wish, it's not what you say you're going to do. Intention is your deep-seated, compassionate commitment to something. That's what it is. That's what it is. So, let's talk about that a little bit. So over there is where I want to go. I want to get from here to there. I want to go from here to there to go get my dream. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get from here to there. I'm going to ask questions. I'm going to get educated. I'm going to go out and find that big influencer that's going to support me all the way there. I'm going to get from here to there. I'm going to do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes to make that happen. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to get from here to there. So let's say I want to be a nurse, and I'm not educated to be a nurse. I'm going to make that bold. I'm going to say I want to be a nurse. I'm going to put that out there. I'm going to go get the education, but I'm going to be a nurse, and I'm going to put that out there to do that. I'm going to make that decision now, even though I don't know how I'm going to do that. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Or I could say I'm going to be the president of the United States. Or I could say I'm going to be the head of a not-for-profit. Or maybe I'm going to be a diamond member in my own home-based business. I'm going to set that intention. I'm going to set that deep-seated, compassionate commitment to something, put that out there, and I'm going to do it. Now, if something or someone gets in my way, I'm not gonna push them out of the way, or I'm not gonna cause any harm or anything like that. But I'm gonna find a compassionate way to get the resources that I need, to make this happen. Because that's what I'm committed to. And if something comes up, I'm going to go over that obstacle. I'm going to go around it. I'm going to go under it. I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'm never, ever, 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 ever going to give up. I'm never going to give up. I'm going to make this thing happen. I'm going to make it happen. Does that sound different than a goal? Yeah. Yeah, because it is. Because it's my deep-seated, compassionate commitment to something. It's my deep-seated, compassionate commitment to something. It's not a hope. It's not a wish. It's not a dream. I'm going to go make that happen. Okay, so that's the first one. The second one is mechanism. What is a mechanism? What does that look like? Yeah, it's a tool. It's a plan. It could be a resource. Any of those things. That's what it could be. And I'm going to suggest that a mechanism is an action to move it forward to get to where you want to be. Result. What's a result? Yeah, the result is the end product. It's the measurement of success. It's what you've accomplished out there. That's the result. So now that you have an intellectual knowledge of what this looks like in the room, I'm going to put you into an exercise that's going to help you see this differently.